Hello, Americans. Another friend and subscribers around the world. Back here, man. Alright, so I guess I'll tell you. There's a killer on the creek bottom. Yesterday, actually it was last night, about, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm over there working on and it was snowing. It started snowing on me when I was doing it. It snowed on me for the last 2 or 3 hours of building the boardwalk. We're working on the boardwalk. This rain, this camera's gonna get all wet. So anyway, I'm out here working on the boardwalk, and Kitty came out, just kicking it or whatever, and then all of a sudden I start hearing my chickens over by the chicken house start going nuts, man. So I jump up and go walking over there, and as I'm walking over there, you can't really see, man, because that was part of the problem. I gotta clear that crap out of there, clean it up. But anyway, man, I hear the commotion. I see Crazy, which is, I guess it's my cat. It's been a bunch of cats that people dumped down in the creek bottom years ago when Crazy's the only one left. And he's a cool cat, but he's feral. He likes me when I feed him. That's about it. And he won't let me. Very rarely do I get to even touch him. He won't even get close to me, but I feed him. So anyway, I see Crazy there, and I'm like, man, is it Crazy that is killing my chickens? Man, so I yell at him, Crazy! He runs off, but then I can still hear my chicken going nuts like something's killing it. Man, so over there, you see where that wood and crap, that bench that I tore apart, it's leaning up? It's leaning up against a picnic table. And so I'm about where the saw is. And I'm probably going to get wet, so it might be drips, but get out of here where you can see. So when I yell at Crazy's over there about where you see that bike tire. And Crazy runs in there. And yet, right underneath this picnic table, I can see kind of white flopping. And you see how it's blocked? And I'm like, what the heck? So I walk around like this, and when I get to here, there is a bobcat underneath there, yelling. There's a bobcat underneath there killing my dang chicken. So, man, hey, man, and I freaking start, running. I can't remember if I went around that way. Of course, I pull this, I'm just going to stab this freaking bobcat. Because I didn't have a gun on me, which, me and Muskrat talked about it last night. That's how you end up into problems, I didn't even have my little, I got that little 5-shot revolver that I usually carry in my pocket, and I didn't have nothing. And when you're living out like we do, it's easy to get too dang comfortable, Man, we've had cougars. There's a cat right there. That one's actually Katie's cat. But, man, we've had cougars under trailers and everything, man. So I'm always looking under trailers and everything. So anyway, man, so I pull my knife. And I can't remember. I must have either I ran around this way or the other way. Run over here. And, man, I'm coming through here, and, man, I'm right on his tail, man. He's, probably like 5 feet. Gets to there, man. And, dude, I'm just going to stab him. And I go running up here, and he's going back and forth like this. And I'm about here. He's going like this, trying to figure out how the heck he's going to get across or out of here, get away from this crazy hillbilly. And all I do is I turn my head like that, and I turn back around and he's gone. Like, just disappeared. Man, I don't know if he shot across, you know, in the tulies there. I didn't hear no splash, so he didn't wade, or he just took off down, you know, through here. So he got, you know, he got away. But it did end up killing that chicken, man. It was flopping and everything, man. It killed my, it was a Bahama. So that was one of my favorite chickens. So that really aggravated me. So, you know, last time when we had foxes, Cara sat out there for I think it was 4 or 5 hours with a gun, man, and it killed one of our turkeys. This was years ago. And she sat over in her trailer and watched for 4 or 5 hours. Ended up popping that mother. So I ain't sitting out there for all night. So what I did is got the biggest trap. Get out of here. I'll probably catch you. So what I did, there's my chicken, and I set this box trap. Well, I had the box trap set this way, like this, and obviously that bobcat had either came and was jumping up on it, but he wasn't huge. He's probably, I don't know, that cat, man, he was probably 8 times or 10 times bigger than that one. You know, but so he wasn't a big, you know, I think he's probably a year old, you know, he wasn't a huge, I've seen some pretty dang big bobcats, you know, he had pretty good paws, but he wasn't huge. But concerns me that maybe he got in and maybe his, you know, his butt, you know, because he'd go prowling in trying to get a hold of that chicken, and his butt got caught up on that flap and he was able to back up, and that's what ended up flinging my trap around. It obviously got at least some feathers or whatever, and that chicken is pulled up over the flaps. So anyway, I'm gonna reset it again, and hopefully I'll catch that mother, man. That's me and Muskrat been talking about. I might, you know, I can't, you know, I've thought about a snare. I thought about a spring trap. You know, maybe make it a bigger trap. You know, obviously if I see it, I'll just shoot it. But man, I gotta do something about that, and then I can get this camera out of the rain. But so I'm gonna reset this, and then I'm gonna keep the chickens inside the chicken house for now, and I may end up setting the trap, you know, this evening right before dark. I may end up setting the trap out there and see if I can draw and just sit over there on the deck, the new deck, and maybe he'll come up and something, man. He's a killer. That's I think that was number 4. 4 days in a row he's got a chicken. So that's the thing, man. But you know, up and down, I could not figure out what was getting my chickens. You know, we've had bears kill our chickens, skunks, raccoons, foxes. You know, killing foxes wiped my whole flock out. The one time, man, they killed 3 or 4 turkeys. I don't know how many hens. You know, Little Man, my favorite rooster ever. So, you know, something's got to be done about him. If I trap him in the live trap, I'll probably just go up and haul his butt away and let him go somewhere else. But, you know, I didn't think it was bears, but I did, you know, I was concerned. I didn't even think about a bobcat. That's the first bobcat I've seen on this place. You know, not that they, well, obviously they're here, but we've seen cougar, fox, coyote, mountain lion, and bears, raccoons, skunks. I don't know if I said those, but We pretty much got everything on this creek bottom, and you do what you got to do, man. You know, I like them on here and stuff, but until they start killing or messing with my livelihood.